What are the most important metrics for email marketing? First, deliverability. Depending on which platform you're using, it may be difficult to determine what percentage rate the email is successfully being delivered to people. A lot of times emails can be sent to a specific address, but it may or may not reach that person. So there can be a lot of factors that go into it. One, is your IP address that you're sending from blacklisted? So if you've been hacked, or if that IP address has a history of sending out a lot of spam emails, or the emails that you're sending have been being marked as spam, that can decrease your reputation across a lot of email servers, and you can get blacklisted. That's something you can check by going to mxtoolbox.com, and you can put in your URL that you're sending from and see if that email address has been blacklisted. If that's the case, you may be getting blocked. Additionally, if you've got spammy content in your title or in the email itself, that can be a red flag to a lot of email service providers, and they will automatically block those messages. So certain keywords like free, discount, Cialis, and a lot of other naughtier words would typically get blocked from email providers just because it's typically spammy content. Or if you have big attachments that are attached to those emails, sometimes that can also block an email from reaching its target audience. So deliverability just answers how many of your emails are reaching their intended audience's inbox and they're actually seeing it. Now, next is open rate. So open rate literally means of the people you sent it to, how many of those people opened that email? If you've got a low open rate or a high open rate, that can tell you a lot. Was your subject line interesting or timely, or did it apply to them? Was it something that they felt was of interest? It can also indicate what their relationship to you are. So if you've got a reputation in their mind as someone who just sends a bunch of spammy stuff and they don't like the content, they won't open it. But if you've got a good relationship where you're providing a lot of value in your emails and they can't wait to open your emails, then you might have a much higher open rate. Or if they're expecting your email, that can also increase open rates. Additionally, if you send emails infrequently, like say you send one once a quarter, people will, even if they were initially excited to receive emails from you, if they don't hear from you for a really long time, then they may have forgotten who you are. Sorry, I hope they didn't bruise your ego, but it can be a sad but true fact. We get so many emails that if you don't make a strong impression and they're not expecting to hear from you on a regular interval and they're not looking forward to the content, your open rate can decrease. Also, people's history of how often they are to open your email, that can also influence where you show up. So for example, Gmail, which often splits emails into regular messages, promotional email, and social, if you are getting stuck in the promotions thing, that can indicate that your content is promotionally geared, and also your open rate may not be very high. And so they're protecting the inbox so that the most important messages get through. And so it's why it's important to provide really good value that people are looking forward to opening your email. The next most important number is your click-through rate. So what percentage of people are clicking through your email? Now, your email may not have any clickable links in it. It may just be text. If that's the case, then this does not apply to you. This is only if you have a link in your email and you wanted them to click it, did they click it? And so that can give you an idea of how far down did they read to the button? Once they saw that button or the link, did they want to click it? Was it compelling? Was your message clear? Did they understand what it was? Were they properly motivated? Did they see the value of your offer? And did they know what to expect? Because if things are unclear, then they probably won't click it. There's a great saying that I love: the confused mind always says no. So if they don't know what to expect on the other side of that click, a lot of people don't like being rickrolled. So I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but that most people don't like surprises. So are you setting an expectation? Are you meeting it? Because that could be another issue. If you write a title that is not what they expect, and then they click it and they open the email and the email doesn't deliver on that promise, the likelihood of them clicking and trying to get more content from you is going to be decreased. So I can also say something about maybe the influence of your previous emails. So if you're seeing decreasing engagement, that may be an indication that you're not providing enough value or entertainment, or are intriguing enough, or are doing it at an interval that they know to expect it from you. The next one is unsubscribe rate. So my rule of thumb for this is your unsubscribe rate, if it ever gets greater than 1%, then there is something wrong with that email. There is either it was sent at a bad time, the messaging was wrong, you didn't deliver on promises, it felt spammy, it wasn't what they wanted, or it violated trust in some way. So those are all some of the reasons that people could unsubscribe. Or perhaps in some rare cases that maybe they feel like they're hearing from you too much. And so in that case, you can offer, hey, did you really want to unsubscribe? Instead, we could just send you a weekly email instead of a daily email, if that had been your previous pattern. So you can define how much communication they want to hear from you. But the most important email metric is conversion rate. You can also measure this as return on investment. Is your email doing the job that you want it to? I mean, first, you've got to define, okay, what do we want our email to accomplish? That's task number one. That's the most important thing, is defining that strategy for your email marketing. Is it nurturing, or is it sales? And ideally, usually a combo of both. Some emails will have different focuses. So one would just be nurturing, providing value, and then also making the sale. So helping you serve your people by letting them know about services or products that would serve them, that they might be interested in buying. Setting a goal and having an idea of what you want that email to accomplish, and then answering, is that email accomplishing it, and how can we improve it? And so watching those metrics all together will help put together a strategy, help you define if your email marketing process is serving you well or not. Those are the most important metrics on email. So hope that was helpful. If you want to learn more, pop on by nerdpowermedia.com, and you can also sign up for a strategy session with me. And I'd love to help you out. I love talking strategy. And so I hope you have a great day and embrace your nerd power.